I would say probably around about, since I was a kid, I always wanted to pick up a camera and just shoot stuff. For a good 10 years after I first picked up my first camera, which was like a flip camera, I guess. I hadn't really done too much filmmaking and everything up until, I guess, maybe around about 6 or so years ago, when I was doing a lot more marketing work, which is something that I studied at university. My first anticipation of what marketing was creative marketing, so advertising and everything. So I did a bit of soul searching, I guess you could say, and then I picked up my first cinema camera around about 4 or 3 years or so ago. I think the first movie I saw which made me really click was Blade Runner 2049. I was absolutely in awe at how beautifully shot the movie was, and it kind of flipped a switch in my head, and that's what got me into filmmaking and wanted me to switch careers. I like the back. Cool.
With stock prices expected to rise 5% by the end of the month. And in other news, today marks the 1-year anniversary of the daring robbery of a bank truck in which fugitive Frank Bowen disabled the vehicle and made away with over $1 million in cash.
Now let's see how our friend Sally fares against the bloodsucker now that she's come prepared. That's right, Sally. Confident pose, hand with the crucifix outstretched, and the vampire will cower away. Atta girl, Sally. Just remain careful for the rest of the trip home. Uh-oh. It appears that young Thomas here has made the mistake of inviting a vampire inside. Luckily for him, he's taken the proper precautions just in case. Nice work, Thomas. Keep going until he's out. Thomas revokes his invitation and locks the bloodsucker out of his house, once again maintaining his sanctuary.
Whilst making this documentary, I spent a day up at Hanging Rock, looking around and taking in the atmosphere of the location. Before this, I'd only heard about the rock and the stories surrounding it, and seen the movie. So, now that I've been there myself, what do I think of the rock? Hanging Rock is a very unique and interesting location. It has an ethereal and magical quality to it, and a calmness in which someone can get lost in time. I personally find the location very interesting, and can see myself visiting many times in the future. Hanging Rock is one of the most fascinating landmarks in Victoria. Its look, history, portrayal in media, and myths and legends surrounding it all help to create a rich atmosphere and strong identity for the location. Whether or not you think the myths are true, you can't deny that they have created a fascination in the public which helps bring attention to the location, which in turn has had an overall impact on its popularity. Still, perhaps there is something about the rock that's strange. There are still certain events associated with it that have unknown causes, so there could be a chance, a small chance, that there is more to Hanging Rock than we know.
Stuck in waking nightmares, silence and despair, 'cause my voice alone is enough to rip a tear in the world that'll pull us in and try to kill the light that we once loved. So I try to end screaming in my head. The constant noise I want to pull away. So if I bite my tongue for long enough, maybe they'll go